What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pit Stop. I'm your host, Connor Lasky, and we are back for another episode of the Pit Stop, guys. I'm so happy to get into it. We had so much happen over the weekend with the Daytona 500 and the duels. I know I have been kind of late getting to this video. I know it's been very anticipating. I've been active on Instagram, of course, giving you guys some updates on how the 500 was going, the craziness that happened over the weekend. But I'm super excited. Finally have some time to sit down and make a video and go over all these things that happened over the weekend. There was just so much to unpack. Obviously, the Daytona 500 was a success, in my opinion. It was very entertaining. The next gen cars looked amazing. I think that it was overall done very well. We had great weather, so no delays, no rain. Everything went perfectly well. I think that the next generation cars are going to be really exciting to watch throughout the season. I think the Daytona 500 also gave us all a perspective of what really are we going to be looking. What kind of things are we going to be looking like this year? Like with the tires. We saw a lot of issues going on with the tires early on in the race. We saw that they can still flip. We saw a 21 car of Harrison Burton flip, so they can still flip the next generation cars. We saw a little bit of issues with the flaps in the front of the car. We had a few issues of them getting caught in the draft and messed up there. But overall, I think it was very exciting to see the sound. They sounded amazing. They looked good on the track. Obviously, nothing really crazy new. They've been looked. I mean, the speed was there. They all were hitting pretty much close to 200 miles an hour in the draft, and I think it was very entertaining all around. So, I watched some of the Xfinity race. Of course, the bad reckless Myatt Snider. I'm going to show that here in a few minutes of how amazing the car was, just completely destroyed. Just amazing to watch how that car just done, and Snyder was 100% okay to walk away. So I was watching the Xfinity race because I wanted to get an idea of what the difference was between, because the Xfinity obviously did not move to the next gen car as well. So when I'm watching the Xfinity race, I'm getting just an idea of what are going to be the main key differences between these cars on a restrictor plate track versus the next gen car on the restrictor plate. And I really didn't see much of a difference. Obviously the look and the tires and stuff, but not much of a difference. I didn't think significant wise. So I thought that was very interesting to see. Watching that. Of course, I watched the truck race as well, just to kind of get every perspective I could get. And I think so far everything's looking good. No complaints as a fan, and trying to be a reporter or an analyst on NASCAR and stuff. I think everything what was good. The duels were. I know people had their opinion about the duels and they didn't like the duels, and people were getting kind of worried. Oh, this better not be the 500. Well, I wasn't one of those that hopped on the duels like it was boring and not fun. We all knew that most of those guys didn't have backup cars. They had to keep it conservative, and they did. So, I mean, we obviously had the incident with Joey Logano, which, no surprise, he's one of the most aggressive drivers out there. So he wanted the stage points. He ended up going to a backup car. He was actually the Penske was one of the teams that did have backup cars, but most of the teams didn't. So you had to take that in consideration of why they're being so conservative. So I didn't really look too much into the duels that much. It was something to just kind of watch and see what was going to happen. But overall, the weekend race was fantastic. Great race. Amazing for Austin Cindric, a rookie. First Daytona 500 gets a win. Obviously, he can't thank Ryan Blaney enough, because if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't be in victory lane, obviously. But that comes with it. You have to have somebody really good to push you to the win, and Blaney successfully pushed him to the win. I mean, he flat out gave him the win outside of the last lap at the end, where he tried to, come outside. And if Austin Cindric didn't throw that block, Blaney probably would have won this race, or Bubba Wallace. And it's just, that's how it is. That's how it happened. Blaney, they're teammates, but you can't expect Blaney not to try that at the very end. But good for Austin Cindric. I think it's definitely another milestone for Penske. They continue to dominate the restrictor plate tracks, it seems, every year. Now they got another, or I should say another. I don't even actually remember the last time they won the Daytona 500, because Brad Keselowski never won it. I guess it would be Joey Logano. Yeah, I forgot Joey won it. So good for Penske. Another win for them. Ford dominated, in my opinion, this Daytona 500. Another restrictor plate track that they've continued to dominate between Daytona and Talladega. So yeah, it's just crazy to think about a rookie winning it. Austin Cindric. He's locked into the playoffs now, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But yeah, so I want to get into this Xfinity crash before I show you guys the finish and what my take was on the finish, because I know there was just a lot to unpack on that last restart. So let me go to the crash real quick, and I'm going to give you guys kind of a full. I mean, this is crazy. This picture right here is insane. I put this on my Instagram channel. I mean, yeah, my Instagram account on the Pit Stop, at the Pit Stop channel. If you don't follow already, go ahead and follow. And I have all the information on my podcast on there as well. This crash right here, y'all, is insane, because not only was this flip, just the way the car lifted up like that in the air was crazy and hit the catch fence and everything, but this picture right here is actually Michael Jordan in 2311. Their camp and their setup was over there on the track. So you had, Bubba Wallace over there. Kurt Busch was over there. All their equipment and stuff was over there. And Jordan's obviously put his hands up, like, watching this. Like, this is insane. I remember putting this on my Instagram channel, like, holy crap. Like, whoever took that picture, like, dang, it's crazy, really, to think about. So I'm going to play this video, and I'll see the clip for those who haven't seen it yet. Snyder's car got airborne, flipped over the car of, I think, Bufford, and it just slammed into the backstretch and just tore the whole thing apart. I mean, you're seeing the engine, axles, all kind of parts of that car, just crazy, just explosion. So I'm going to take you guys through this, because honestly, this was something else. Like, it definitely, even after the Daytona 500, I still couldn't stop thinking about this wreck and how this car was just blown up. So I'll take you guys through this video. So yeah, this is the last lap here. And you see there's just a lot of movement, a lot of hard pushing. I mean, they're pushing for the win. Look at this with Noah Gragson. And there you go, right there. Boom. He gets turned around. And I know, like, it happened so fast. Like, I had to kind of, go back and see exactly what caused this. But as you can see, the 31 car right here is already getting turned, it looks like, from just this hard pushing. And that ultimately, with the 23, kind of just, he got underneath him and he turned him in the wall. And you got all these cars coming behind him going close to 200 miles an hour. And as soon as he hits the wall, it's just the impact in the wall and the cars coming just uplifted the car. And this car, literally, the way it flips like that is just insane to imagine, like, a car hitting the wall head on, and then this car just literally hitting it from the side, just lifting it up in the air. Like, it's absolutely mind-blowing that this happened. And then it hits the catch fence on the backside, and just look at this. Look at all those parts. It literally just destroys everything. There's nothing left. Nothing left. Obviously, they had to throw the caution as Austin Hill wins the race, but holy crap, I couldn't believe it. I'm so happy this did not happen over here where the fans are at, because the amount of debris that flew over was, I mean, we saw some insane footage at the bus of 2311. Yeah, just really happy to see him move around in that car. I mean, there was nothing left of that 31 car. I mean, as you can see, he's disappointed that he didn't get at least the top 10 finish, is what he said. But I mean, this is just absolute. Yeah, here's a little instant replay in slow motion. 23 just got under him, just pushing really hard. And again, look at this slow mo. The car, I mean, lifts like that. Luckily, it hit the backside to the catch fence, because it could have been worse. It could have been in the cockpit. But you see all this just debris and parts and pieces flying around here. I mean, that is a sight to see. Here's one more angle of it for the viewers. Just gets turned, and here he comes head on to the wall and just takes flight. And there's, like I said, it hits the back, and there's the bus right there of 2311, and he's going to freaking he's going to get some some help or something because I mean, he was so scared when he saw that. He was like getting duck and cover. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, unbelievable. Look, no engine. There's nothing left of the car. Like absolutely insane, guys. I can't. I really can't express to you enough. You know the safety that has come from 10, 20 years ago to now. Somebody able to walk away from that is it's mind blowing. It really is mind blowing. I really can't express enough how far we've come from technology and safety measures of NASCAR. I mean, it's astonishing to say the least. So that I wanted to give you guys my feedback of watching that because I know a lot of people were like waiting on the crazy accident like that at the 500. And I mean, it kind of happened a little bit, obviously, with Harrison Burton flipping, but we didn't have something that severe happen. So I wanted to, go over I feel like the big accident of the weekend was definitely that for sure. I'm just super happy he's okay. So we're going to move on from that and talk about the actual 500 finish because there was a lot to unpack here at the 500. And we also had some problems here with Brad Keselowski and Ricky Stenhouse that I haven't mentioned yet that I want to get into before I show you the replay of the end of the checkered flag. So we all saw what Ricky Stenhouse said about Brad Keselowski in the 500. Ricky Stenhouse was having a great race. He was in position to win when they took the green with, I believe, 6 laps to go. Brad Keselowski was pushing very hard, and of course, a lot of people think that he was kind of just bulldozing his way through and just kind of taking people out left and right. For Brad Keselowski fans out there, I know you guys are sitting here saying it's racing at restricted plate tracks, and Ricky Stenhouse, Joey Logano, there's other drivers out there that would be aggressive too in this situation. So I know there's that side of it too, but Ricky Stenhouse clearly was unhappy about the way he was, I guess, quote unquote, wrecked or bulldozed out of the way from Brad Keselowski, and it ended Ricky Stenhouse's day, which led to the green white checkered overtime with Cindric winning the race. So obviously Ricky Stenhouse was upset at Brad Keselowski for just not pushing correctly and pushing too hard or just for him, just bulldozing him out of the way. And, previously that's what started the Harrison Burton wreck as well. You had Brad Keselowski pushing in a way that Harrison Burton couldn't handle or maybe Brad Keselowski was pushing like incorrectly and, he just got him loose and he wrecked, and that caused the end that ended Harrison's day and a lot of other drivers' day as well. So it's kind of a touchy subject. I'm not sure if it's entirely Brad's fault. I see where Ricky Stenhouse and Harrison Burton are coming from because when you watch the replay, it does look like Brad's just pushing way too hard in an area that you shouldn't be pushing, right in the corner, and you getting cars loose. But all in all, guys, I mean it's 6 laps to go. Brad's doing everything he can to try to win the race. He's just being an aggressive driver as Ricky would or Joey Logano would as well. So I don't know. I don't think I would be. I don't think I personally would be pissed. But obviously Ricky Stenhouse was in the car. He was driving the car, and he thought he had a chance to win the Daytona 500, and it was cut short because of what he thought Brad Keselowski, pretty much moving him out of the way and wrecking him. So that was a big deal as well. And I know Brad had a response, and I posted on my Instagram channel. You guys can check it out. He definitely was being defensive about it and saying, "Hey, that's just like how it goes. You would have done the same thing." And so obviously Brad doesn't think he did anything wrong, and I'm sure a lot of Brad Keselowski fans agree. So and he had a good car. Brad had a good car. He just wasn't fast enough to stay with the 12 and the 2 car. I know he had a chance at the end with 14 car of Briscoe pushing, but they didn't have the momentum like Blaney and Cindric. Blaney and Cindric easily had the best cars at the end. I think Blaney had the best car. I'm about to show you guys, what I'm talking about here with how good Blaney was. I mean, Blaney definitely had the fastest car at the end. So we're just going to jump right into it and take you guys to the replay here. So let's go here and full screen. Oops. There we go. So yeah, here we go. I also thought, Eric Almirola was put in a good position as well. We know how good he is at Daytona and Talladega. So I thought he had a chance, but Bubba Wallace was another one. They were riding this low line, so I think the low line had the advantage. But of course, the driver here that is the biggest winner, obviously, is Austin Cindric, because he can stay behind his teammate who had the fastest car, clearly, with the amount of momentum he had and the speed to push. So this is the biggest winner here. If this was Brad, if this was Bubba, if this was Briscoe, Eric Almirola, I think they would have won the race if they were in this position because of the 12 car. So I'm going to take you guys through it real quick, and I'll let you know how I feel. So there's 23 and 12. Look at the 12 makes a move and just gets fenced in, man. I'm just crazy. And then I almost thought they would have wrecked each other, but they didn't. So pretty crazy right there, y'all. I'm going to back it up just a little bit. So this is like the last turn. So it isn't even the last lap. I mean, it is the last lap, but they really only 40 seconds at the end. So yeah, I mean, Blaney makes the move. I think that should have won this race. I mean, Cindric just times this block perfectly. I mean, this is very hard to defend as someone who's leading. And I got to tell you, I mean, if he doesn't get up there quick enough to fence him in, practically, I mean, he kind of threw him in the wall, obviously, to win the race. It's anybody's game. But if he doesn't do that and he's a little late, Blaney's got this win. And if not, they're probably wrecking each other and Bubba gets the win. So we see this just timed it perfectly, threw him in the fence. But here comes Bubba. And I really thought Bubba had a chance here. I'm like, oh my gosh, Bubba's got a chance. They're putting each other in the wall. But this is not Talladega. There is no huge tri-oval like Talladega. The finish line's right here, so it's closer. This could have been a wreck. I thought they were going to just wreck each other at the line, no lie. But he hung on to it, and he wins by a split second. And they're wrecking behind. I'm glad everybody was okay in that wreck. And just an insane finish, y'all. Honestly, to say the least. It was entertaining. I mean, for someone as a fan, you can't say that wasn't entertaining, honestly. Insane finish. You had all the other things that were going on between the wrecks and of course Ricky Stenhouse and Brad. So insane, guys. What a 500 to start off the season of the 2022 NASCAR season. I'm super pumped to see where this goes. We got a rookie winning, first race of the year. Like, come on, this is awesome. So I'm super pumped to see where this goes. We're racing at Fontana this weekend, guys. That'll be entertaining. Obviously, they haven't raced there in a couple years, and I think it's actually been a few years since they've been there. And we're used to seeing the 4-5 wide restarts, so that's going to be cool to watch. Make sure you guys tune in this Sunday on FS1. I think it's going to be really cool. And I know that I think Matt Kenseth is in the booth. So we'll be hearing from him. And then we got Danica Patrick in the booth for a couple weeks. Oh my gosh. Everybody's favorite driver. So we're going to definitely I'm going to be interested to see all the activity that's going on in the booth as well. I thought Tony Stewart did a great job. I think he did a fantastic job. I hope to see him again. And we're just going to go from here, guys. Heck of a start of the season. And stay tuned on my Instagram channel at the Pit Stop channel. Follow, and then go ahead and like this video. Leave a comment and tell me how you feel about the Daytona 500. What did you like? What did you dislike? What did you see in the race that you guys had an opinion about? What did you guys think about Cindric winning, the block, or the Ricky Stenhouse Brad Keselowski talk? And then, of course, the accident and the Myatt Snider incident. Let me know how you guys think. Let me drop a comment below, and let me hear you guys' opinion. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to talk to the fans, talk to the audience, see how you guys feeling, and we're just gonna go from here. So that's all that's going to be on this episode today, and we will see you guys next time. Stay tuned this weekend. Adios.